Welcome back, lads and lassies. I know Season 3 is still like half a year away, but there's one more slight piece of the puzzle to Dr. Stone. My name is Josh, and I don't know what this movie is. It's not really a movie. It's not even feature length. It's 54 minutes long. I think it's titled as a special for one of my favorite anime series. Well, surprisingly, this show really blew me away. I was not expecting to love it so much. If this is your first Dr. Stone reaction that you've seen from me, heavily recommend you go check out the playlist. Every episode is up on YouTube right now. This show is incredible. I absolutely love it. I don't know what this OVA is. I think it very recently came out. And I do believe that Aaron, who is the voice of Dr. Stone, is still voicing Senku in this OVA thing. If you're confused about that, that's because he recently strained his voice. He recently hurt his voice very, very much. And I was reading some of the comments under this movie, and some people were saying, like, I'm surprised it got dubbed so quickly, but I'm glad that Aaron is still here. So if he dubbed this movie, great. Like, good for you, man. I'm glad that he's back in health. He's able to dub again. Because he was not able to dub Shirogane in Kaguya-sama. He was replaced by Clifford Chaplin, aka the voice actor of Bakugo. It wasn't like replaced in the sense like he'll never have that role again, but from what I heard, like Cliff just did him a favor, and for that season, it's Cliff's voice while Aaron was getting back on the road to health and recovery. So I think Aaron is back for this OVA thing. I really don't know what else to say. Season 2 ended in such an incredible way of promising so much more in the exploration of the world. Like Season 3's promise of going to South America, building a boat, exploring the world. I don't think we're going to do that in this movie. I think this movie OVA thing is going to be just a fun adventure. There's one thing that might carry over from Season 2 in like plot progression or anything. I don't really know what this movie can do with progressing the plot towards Season 3. I'm thinking it's going to be like a fun side adventure. But there was a tease of a statue at the very end of Season 2. It was kind of ominous. It could be the villain of Season 3. It could be a new ally. And that statue could be revealed in this OVA movie thing. And then we get into that in Season 3. Or, who knows, maybe it's just a fun side adventure. I don't know. I just want my Dr. Stone content. So let's just get right into this, shall we? The play of civilization. Catching up everyone that was revived.
This is bad! Really bad!
Why is Chrome playing Senku?
Thus, the whole of humanity was turned to stone.
Kinro and Kinra are playing as trees? Doing them a disservice.
We're gonna use science.
This is a cute way to catch the audience up of Season 1 and 2.
Civilization from scratch.
I wonder who plays Tsukasa, if they even have him here.
We're what? The other side of the planet?
Acting is 10 out of 10.
Accomplished that!
So, can we count on you to help rebuild civilization?
Oh, maybe we build the ship in this episode, and Season 3 really just does start off in the exploration phase.
Morale by sharing our knowledge.
I can't imagine you primitives are gonna come up with much.
I hope Magma has, like, an incredible drawing. I hope Magma actually wins this. It's not too bad.
That's so cool!
That's actually pretty good.
I didn't expect this. Now I'm pumped to see yours too.
He said
Oh,
he was
no.
gonna show us the finished product already. Seemed pretty smug about it.
Oh, yo, you doomed yourself.
Hurry up and pitch yours.
Hey, look! It's a tiny little rat thingy, but it's falling apart!
Oh, boy. Aw, man, I was really hoping Magma would win this.
Who wouldn't want that ship? The problem is, can we build it?
Oh, Magma.
It's a legit sailboat, all right.
His was so good,
So
though.
I get the excitement.
Huh, so this is a very important episode.
Are we sure we can find someone from our time who has experience working on such a retro ship?
Ryusui.
Seasick?
nothing. Forget
Or
about it.
no.
Anyway,
Okay.
look, we're here.
Why are you keeping this information, lady?
But he got tired of toys and had a real sailboat built for him. As early as middle school, he started captaining
Dang.
that ship himself. He sailed around the world.
This
all
little
sorts of
guy.
fun. Remember when I said self-indulgent? That wasn't a joke. Plus, Tsukasa would have hated his rich guts. I would really prefer if we picked someone else. Sure. we
Oh,
could find
Senku's
anyone
already
more
on his
skilled at
way.
sailing than-
Do we want a normal guy with normal skills, or a troublemaker who's the best of the best?
Oh, come on.
Are you kidding me?
This guy.
I'm finally back in action!
Oh, it is Clifford.
Once more, all of the world will be mine.
It's Bakugo. It's the first intro. Ah, I'm glad to have you back. Everyone's got cloaks. Everyone looks so cool now. I mean, everyone already looks cool, but they got cloaks to make it look cooler. Is that gonna be the thing this movie? Just an air balloon? Oh, I'll write that down.
After all this time.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's Clifford Chaplin.
Safe to assume you guys are the ones who saved me.
Oh, Kohaku, no! Shield your eyes!
My butler Francois will cut you a check. Civilization's collapsed, which means the Nanami conglomerate and I have lost.
He
all
caught
our
up
assets.
so quickly.
Am I wrong?
Nope, you're right. I'm glad you catch on quick. Saves
Just
me
because
a
his
lot of
butler
time.
isn't there.
With the whole world up for grabs, there's nothing stopping me from taking everything for myself.
Oh, it's exactly
Why don't we
what.
start by acquiring
It's
some-
exactly what Tsukasa hated.
Good call. Sorry about that. And in front of 3 beauties too.
What 3 beauties? Are you so out of it you can't even count straight? Think you mean 2?
If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Oh, Magma, you did it to
I don't quite
yourself.
understand what you mean. There are many types of ladies, but they're all beautiful in their own right. Am I wrong?
Oh, that's charming there. That's charm right there.
I can't wait to have it.
Oh boy. This guy's gonna have a character development of the century.
Goldilocks?
A regular May storm.
How did he do that? Like, I snap like that, not like this.
Wanted to know if I'd leap before looking. You're a cheeky bastard. Could have used you in the family business.
This guy's interesting.
What'll be
I like him a
better in the
lot.
motors? Not the low-grade coal you use in those furnaces, I hope. That garbage is so
I like
heavy
him a
the
lot,
ship would
but
sink
he's
from
also
its weight
really
alone.
arrogant.
You want to make it to the other side of the planet in one
Or
piece,
self-absorbed.
you're gonna
He's a
need some proper
narcissist.
fuel. I demand the rights to the oil field that
Oh
we
my
discovered.
god. He really is exactly what Tsukasa feared.
So eating gray.
If you people want my oil, you're gonna have to buy it from me.
Dude. Oh no, he's making capitalism. Alright, I hate this guy.
Jealous of him.
Plus, what good is money if you can only spend it at one place?
One place, huh?
He's all. Oh my god.
So it seems they're using science to whip up stuff worth buying.
This is horrible. I hate this so much.
Quite
I mean, if you're
impressive,
making. If you're making it,
I want that strength of yours.
what's the point of just giving it out? You're the only one.
What value do these scraps of paper really have?
She understands.
Excellent question. The value of currency has little to do with what's backing it or what's behind it.
It's the idea of it.
It's all trust.
You only it only has
Man
value
brought
if you give it
science
it.
to a world that hadn't seen it in thousands of years.
There's nothing like this on Senku's map. Could he have drawn it wrong?
No, it's just Earth
I may not be
changed.
an authority on geography. It's like
Jeez.
a Japanese Niagara Falls.
Ah, volcano. Oh, we saw this in Senku's,
Eruption of Mount Fuji. And the surrounding landscape changes.
like in his revival in like what, episode 24?
3,700 years we were asleep.
We'll need a new map, and we'll have to start working on it right away.
What do you mean? We can
The
find a place
airship.
without a
That's what the airship is for, huh?
Can we?
About time I got rich. I'm rolling in
Oh
it.
god. It's literally useless money.
So I'm mega rich.
The Drago's value was based on oil sales, so what's it worth without any? That said, I know a way to ensure your beloved Drago
This
doesn't end up as
mentalist.
worthless stacks of paper.
This is getting better and better by the minute.
Oh, come on,
The
man.
sky, I want it.
Here it is.
You're not even gonna do anything to
Next
get up
road,
there.
we'll take humanity airborne. Can I count on you to lead the charge on the cloth making? You and your team are the best shot we've got.
Of course you can.
I love that.
Yuzuri has
Easy handcrafts.
Episode 2.
Step 1. Go over and under the vertical ones
Oh,
from
this.
before, back and forth.
Oh
up
my
and down,
god, this would be painstaking.
over and over.
What happened to this being an
Don't even got a
easy-
podcast to listen to.
Get so easy. Finally, a real limb.
Hey, it's done.
I think they went a little above and beyond for this.
This is perfect. I couldn't be happier.
What the heck am I looking at? Oh, this is like old-fashioned.
Enter our fun little contest and make the longest thread, and you'll walk away with 10,000 Drago.
Oh my god.
What's the big idea again? I mean, sure, you got them fired up and helping out, but where'd you get this cash? Really?
That's a mental escape.
Down.
The heck's going on in
What is happening in there?
Yuzuri, you? It said keep out.
She's making a whole bunch of specialized clothing for everyone.
Exude confidence with this knitted turtleneck sweater and accessories that show off your fun
Oh
side.
my
For the man who knows what he
God.
wants. Try an adorable design
Oh.
with a touch of street fashion for a contemporary look.
Adorable. Oh,
Special occasions demand a suave.
look at this
That
man.
doesn't mean hiding
Look at
your
how
inner
suave he looks.
Try not to fall for me.
Oh, it's too late. Whew. I'm kind of sad Magma didn't get a chance to be on the fashion show. He has drip.
We're making bank now that King Midas over here has opened his bottomless pockets.
Thank you, sir. I hope you'll come again.
Oh my god.
Giving them a ton of money's only gonna hurt me, isn't it?
These demons are just using him. I love it.
Suppose it's 2,000 cubic meters. So we keep
Jesus.
15-degree air up to
I have
90
no idea what
degrees.
any of this looks like.
520 kilograms.
Can't visualize that at all. Ah. You go, Suiha.
You modern people are useless when it comes to manual labor.
Why are you being
Yes,
so
show him,
condescending? You're
Magma.
not even doing anything.
Yo, what was that about modern people being useless again, big guy?
Why are you the one being so condescending now?
Okay, I really like Magma and Yo's conflict, butting heads.
We each pick a card, and whoever draws one of the two jokers wins.
Oh, he's gonna make it so that he's gonna just rig it.
If you wanted my help, you could have just asked, you know. Again,
For
out
a
of respect
price.
For your clever ruse, I'll pilot for a mere 1 million Drago. Ha ha! The winning Joker card is mine!
When people lose
What's-
what they were convinced they had,
Ah.
that's when loss hits hardest.
You didn't want to win? You realize some people would kill to have their hands on a ticket like that. It makes you one of the first to take flight in the new world.
Guess I'm just a little afraid of being at the whims of the wind.
If you're that scared, I wouldn't mind taking your place!
For you, Ray? Although I did win this fight with my own 2 hands, I'm afraid that I can't just give it away.
I love it so much.
Watching Gent work his magic is
These evil demons, I love it so much.
Have our oil funds in no time.
Get in, oh my god.
Left and it's mine.
Anyone who won't freak out mid-flight and is interested.
I'm insanely interested! I wanna fly so bad!
He ran all the way back.
So please.
Come on. Good job, Gin. Good job.
Human beings are amazing. We're greedy, we're utterly relentless, and when we want something bad enough,
we get to work and make it happen.
I love Gramps.
Even if it takes science millions of years.
I can't believe how small that huge thing looks already.
It's true. The world's round. It really is. And I saw it with my own eyes. Oh, crap. I want more. I want to know everything about this world of ours.
That got me. It's Chrome. Chrome and Senku's dad.
Between us and the sky. We
Gets
won't get
me.
this feeling anywhere else. Low pressure systems are what produce
Oh my
storms.
god. I learned this in my geography class.
Taking advantage of that and
My PTSD.
with the experience I'm sure to gain as captain of this journey, we can go even further. Finding that oil.
Don't use all of you. Don't use all of your resources, man.
It's dangerous and hard work.
The terrain affects wind patterns this close to the ground. We're coasting on the wind right above the river.
Now that you mention it, we are being drawn along the
Oh
river
god, it's a battle of
Blown out
egos.
to sea, we never make it back. Better gain some height.
Any real professional adventurer who surveyed the land with his own 2 feet would know this stuff. It's something you just get a feel for.
Oh no, the ego battle.
Who am I kidding? Someone who needs a boat to get anything done could never wrap his head around it.
Oh, look at
This
those
is a
necks.
measuring contest. I guess our westward flight is up against a real sky god, isn't it?
Oh, is there a storm coming?
Allow me to introduce
Yeah.
the storm-making demon of the clouds, the cumulonimbus.
Oh, look at that visual. That's awesome to look at. I love the visuals in this show.
Any closer,
Look at that. That's awesome. That is such an awesome visual. I love that so much.
The perfect challenge. Overcoming this
He loves it.
forced me to master this craft. I'll find us a way out.
I love it. I hate him, but I love him too.
This is really bad. Out in nature, if we turn our backs to a threat and run, it's game over. So we can't.
So go up. Yeah.
We have is to bust our way through with our brains and our hearts.
We're gonna need a huge burst of height to beat that cloud, right?
Oh.
The revival fluid that broke me out?
Naturally, it burns like crazy.
Is this the last of the revival fluid?
Wish we didn't have to
Dang.
waste it, but it's worth it.
That's it. No more revival fluid.
Awesome power of liquid fuels.
Whew. Did Senku just get blown out of the balloon? Oh, he is holding on.
All right, it's working.
Somebody bring Senku back.
Let it rip, Ryusui!
Grab his hat on the way up. Oh my god.
Challenge conquered.
That's amazing. Senku, poor guy, is still holding on for dear life. Wait, is that the end? Has it been an hour already? Wow.
It was obvious to everyone who would win the ship design contest. Why'd you bother?
To make them
Forcing
excited.
is this thing in Magic. You make a person choose a certain card. Know why? Because making people choose for themselves, or at least making them think they chose for themselves, is incredibly important. People can't truly come together if their leader doesn't let them be part of the process.
Huh.
Oh man.
What
Have
an-
you decided with Tsukasa or Hyoga? I don't
What
know
a mental...
to do.
I love this
I'm
guy.
happy we've got you.
I love the mind games he plays.
Fine. With your skills, this must have been easy.
Is Senku still hanging?
You guys are no slouches either.
Yeah, Senku is still hanging. They have not noticed.
The whole enemies to friend shtick is cute and all, but can we focus, please? I'm kind of holding on for dear life here. Think you could give me a hand?
Nah.
Then let's milk this hot air balloon for all it's worth. And find petroleum, the king of fuel. This is exhilarating.
Get excited. Oh, of course it ends there. Man, this episode was so much more important than I thought it was going to be. I thought like maybe it's an OVA, maybe like we'll have a side adventure. No, seems almost essential to season 3. I really hope I wrote this down just so I don't. I really hope they don't pull a Demon Slayer and adapt this OVA into like 2 or I think it's just 2 episodes ish, just like 2 long episodes, like 2.5. I think. I really hope that they don't do that. I really hope it doesn't just retread that. But man, that was great. Clifford Chaplin as Ryuzuki. And that was the name of this OVA. I had no idea what that meant, and this is literally his character introduction. He fits the role so well. Like, Bakugo's already kind of a narcissist, so having him be in that position, it works so well. His voice, I love it. And this character, I'm gonna have such a hard love and hate relationship with. Oh my god. Where do I begin? Where do I even begin? I guess I'll just go with Ryuzuki. Ryuzuki, he's the star of the show, the star of this episode. He is so infatuated with himself. And he is everything that Tsukasa feared. And it's a good thing Tsukasa's not here. Actually, if Tsukasa was here, he might have scared Ryuzuki into being a better person. But yeah, he's already playing ownership over things that aren't his. He created an economy. He is the monopoly of said economy. He's introducing everything that Tsukasa wanted to avoid. And that money only has value as long as he's in charge of it. And like, yeah, I'm not saying that like money's a bad thing. Like, you can. I feel like Tsukasa had the right idea. Like, I don't know, just give people automatic shelter, standard clothing, and food and water for free, right? Just like allow them to have that shelter. But okay, this works a lot better in a smaller community like that. Like the village, instead of trading money for shelter, they gave their time, they gave their skills and all that. They gave their work. And this now, I feel like if you were able to, if this, again, for a much smaller community, I don't know how this would work with a 7 billion people scale. But with Tsukasa's thinking, we're going to have an empire strength, just give everyone the food, the shelter, the water, the clothes, like standard clothes and all that they need. And then you can do what Senku's doing and like anything extra, like the fancier clothes. And I don't like they were selling bowls and all that, which kind of goes with essentials. It kind of sucks that, the ramen bowls, those were complimentary. Like you got a bowl of ramen, you keep the bowl too. But now you have to buy your bowl, which sucks for village people. But they, everyone seemed into it. Everyone got excited. And man, LeFou, he doesn't know what money is. He doesn't have the idea of that power that money has. That man understood immediately. And Nikki kind of said this kind of brings into a scary perspective of how important money was in our world. Like it motivates people. But yeah, Tsukasa's worst fear is Ryuzuki. And he already plans to have a monopoly on the oil. So there's 2 things that we can go with. 2 ways we can go in this kind of way within Ryuzuki's character arc. So he actually does have a character arc, and he forgets owning the world. Like, he wants to claim the skies, he wants to claim the seas. He's already laid claim to oil. Senku is able to break him down to the point where it's more about the adventure and the working together as a community instead of having others work for you. Or like Tsukasa wakes up. That'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun to see. There's other ways I can go. I'm just spitballing here. Yeah, we got the air balloon too. We got a ship, or we haven't even built. The ship was the main focus of this episode, and we didn't even build it. We got the air balloon instead. And once again, Chrome. Chrome has always been able to move me close to tears. Senku's dad got me there. Like, Senku was the first person in the show to make... Or Senku's dad got me to cry in this show, but... Seeing Chrome be so happy to fly... made me start to tear up. Like, I've flown in planes before. I would like to fly in a hot air balloon. I feel like that'd be cool. Because, like, in the plane, you're sealed off. In the hot air balloon, you were just standing there, the air smacking you in the face. I feel like that would be a really fun and unique experience. But yeah, Chrome's excitement to know the world, to want to advance through it, it speaks to me. I don't know, I'm not like that. I'm a couch potato. I stay home most of the time. Maybe maybe at heart I'm an adventurer. I just don't have the money to do anything. That got me. That was a great moment. So good. And then the ship building. I mean, I'm going to be all over the place with these notes. I got half a page of notes here for this OVA episode thing. But the ship building, it's another reason why I love Gen so much. He brings a really unique, not perspective, what is it? Like ability, power. He just brings a really unique skill as being a mentalist. Like the whole card game thing, tricking Ryusui to freely go on the ship. He was so confident that he was going to win, or he was so confident that it was rigged for him to win. He got his hopes up. He charged them, and then once he lost, and he realized, or I guess he, like Tsukasa would not have fallen for that bluff, but Ryusui, he's smart in his own ways, but he fell right into Gen's hands because he wants to claim it is so clear immediately in his character. He wants to claim everything. He wants to own everything. He wants to be the first person to do everything in this new world. Greedily. Like, Chrome wants to do that too, but it's out of wonder and it's out of wonder and self-discovery. He's more like, yeah, I want to be the guy, like, I'm the guy in the history books, I want to be the first one. I want to own it all. It's mine to claim. I'm going to conquer it. And it just took that personality and played him like a fiddle. Same thing with the clothes, and I'll get to I know I started with the ship, I'll get to that in a second. Same thing with the clothes. Ryusui, he's charging them for everything he does, so what do? Make a whole bunch of things that he wants to buy, and then buy back his services with his own money. It is devious. I love it, because he totally deserves it. He does not deserve this fake money that he made, this fake currency that he made. He doesn't deserve that kind of power. But I love that Senku and again, I love their like evil snake kind, like whenever they're doing something devious. I love that like the animation around them, like their faces kind of become more cartoony and their tongues become more snake-like, and Senku's teeth become a lot more pointed. I love it so much. It is one of my favorite visual gags of the show, and they did the same thing I was gonna say last episode, but like the finale of season 2, when they were talking about the surgery for Tsukasa. They're like, we don't even have any anesthetic, and Senku looks at Tsukasa, his face turns evil, and he's like, oh, you don't need it, do you? And Tsukasa looks at him, his face turns evil too. Just goes to show like they're both on the same wavelength. And Gen and Senku, same thing there too. They just want to rip this guy off with his own. They're ripping this guy off in the same way he's ripping them off. They're using him. They're using his rip-offs to rip him off, and I love that. It's poetic justice. But going to back to the ship, the whole thing that I started this ripping off thing off of, in a very different way. They're playing a mental game with the villagers, and I love Gen's perspective of it. Yeah, obviously Senku was going to win, but he made the villagers think that they were choosing to build Senku's ship. And I'm sure the villagers would have, I'm sure they would have just not chose. I thought if Senku ordered them to do it, they would have done it, no complaints. I mean, they respect Senku. They know what he's doing. But by giving them Yo's horrible raft, Magma's surprisingly competent raft, and I love that Magma isn't just the dumb one. He is brute strength, he is that, but he's also got his specialties, and he's a fisherman, and I love that he was able to build a very competent style boat. And then you have Senku's beautiful boat, much more modern, pirate-esque. The villagers the villagers see that and they're like, that is something so new. Like we know Magma's built. I cannot wait to build this to see what this can do. And then the revived people see that and they're like, wow. Like they see the primitive stuff and then like, we can build that. That makes everyone so much more excited and so much more willing to do it. Like the old man, you know, he wants to build it. I love the old man. I love old man Kosuke so much. If he dies in this show, it's going to be heart-wrenching. If he just dies of old age, it's going to be heart-wrenching. But I love Gen's mental games. I love that Senku. I love that Senku relies on those mental games too. I love that this show is a combination of strength, science, and mental prowess. Mental psychology, I guess. Like, those three are the strengths of this show. Like, the science and the mentalness take much more screen time. They show that more often. But the strength is also important, you know, you need the grunt work and all that. There is so much that happened in this episode. Oil drilling, there's so much I have to circle so I don't forget when Season 3 comes. Tsukasa's greatest fear, I can't. The air balloon, that's such a big step. Senku's thing is choosing Ryuzuki, skill over personality. That's a very dangerous thing. I mean, like, yeah, I was going to say, remember Tsukasa. He didn't know what Tsukasa's personality, like, he knew he was skilled just by watching it. Or he knew he was skilled because of his reputation. He had no idea what his personality was like, and that bit him. Like, bit him in the ass really hard. Came around, and it was... Granted, they became really... This is not the best example, because they became allies, and they were able to reforge their friendship at the end of Season 2. Still, I feel like personality is something that you should consider when reviving people, because they revived Ryuzuki. Granted, he is the best at what he does, but he's bringing some of the worst of... humanity with him, and he's introducing it in the stone world, and he wants to rule it, which is something that Tsukasa did not want. And something that, like, it was one of Tsukasa's points that I completely understood. So it's going to be interesting to see what a character like this, how Senku will deal with him. Like with Tsukasa, he won his respect, or actually he always had his respect, but in the end, he was able to heal their broken alliance with the promise of his sister, and seeing Senku's science bring his sister back to life is in the end what really pushed Tsukasa over the edge of undoing what he's done. Well, he still believes in what he does. So it's going to be interesting to see what Senku can do to play, or other than the mental games, it's going to be interesting to see what Senku can do to Tsukasify Ryuzuki. I don't know. Season 3 I was already incredibly excited for, and now I'm even more excited because of this new character. Man, this show keeps getting better and better. Everything about the show, it keeps building upon itself. And this episode didn't even finish the ship off. Like, we developed a whole bunch. The hot air balloon, if you didn't know about this OVA, or you're like, it's an OVA, it's not going to be important. This is very, like, new primary character, an airship, the beginnings of the normal ship. A lot of stuff that you miss if you don't see this. I just really hope they don't make the first 2.5 episodes of Season 3 of this arc. And if they do, it better be 24 episodes long. But yeah, I just hope Season 3 starts with where this ended. But man, there's like some other fun stuff with it. That was like the big stuff with this episode. There's a lot of... I guess another big thing, there's no more revivals. They ran out of revival potions. Ryuzuki was, for better or worse, the last one. They either have to dig out that cave and get whatever's left in there, or they have to find a new bat cave. I wonder how common. I guess it's I was gonna say I wonder how common bat caves are in Japan, but it's also been almost 4,000 years. So I would have a search party out there. You know, like have some grunts, or maybe use ukio have Ukio out there with a couple of other people looking for a bat cave, and then maybe he can use his hearing to pinpoint a bat screeching or something like that. That's a really important resource that they really need, unless they find a way to reverse engineer the petrification, which I don't think they'll do in Season 3. I don't know. That's a really big point there. But yeah, I talked about the card game. Love that. I'm pretty sure that Gen let Chrome win. I'm pretty sure that Joker was just slightly further than everything else, and he just let Chrome win with another psychological trick, which, good on you. Good on you, Ken. The clothing store and the fashion show was amazing. I love that Yuzuriha has like the passion of sewing. It just adds a little bit more to her character. And while like Senku's over here like, hey, make this, make this, make this, and she does it because she needs to do it. But he gives her the idea of the fashion show and like, or the store, the clothing store, instead of grueling hard work. Like, you know, she was dead tired, and now she's just out of her passion for it. And like that fashion show was amazing, dude. What's the name? Kinro, I think, is the one with the glasses. I don't know. The turtleneck wasn't really doing it, but like everything else. And then Kaseki, don't fall for me. It's too late. That old man in that tux, I've never seen someone look better in a tux. And then Rui looks nice. And then Suika. I don't know why Suika and Yuzuriha I get mixed in my head, but Suika, adorable. And I love Riki's like, do I want one? Yes, I want one. Riki may be an incredibly buff woman. She's still got that, like, she's still got that girly side to her. And I don't know, it makes her character a little more like outside of the trope of like buff woman is the masculine woman. It's like, no, she's still got her girlish side to her. Just because she's buff, just because she's bigger than everyone else, doesn't mean that she's completely throwing away her femininity. I just love. I mean, like Magma was really asking for is like 3 beautiful women. Well, your eyes must be messed up from the petrification. Like there's only 2 of them here. You were asking. I don't know what you were thinking, man, but you were asking for it. Storm visual, the visuals again within the show, like the sulfuric acid visual. I think the storm one. I know we've had more. We've had different visuals. The storm one's my favorite so far, of the Nimbus monster. Beautiful to look at. And Magma versus Yo, or Magma and Ryo's rivalry was something I was not expecting, but something I absolutely love. They're just at each other's throats. Magma used to be, well, not as condescending. Magma used to be the Yo of the village, of like, I'm the best one here. I have the biggest ego. I deserve everything. And Yo's the exact same, except instead of him actually being talented and skilled like Magma, he kind of just like, I'm the modern one. I know a lot more. I'm the police officer, so I know how to fight. I love that their rivalry, they butt heads. It's so good. I love it so much. It's just something I wasn't expecting. Like, I didn't like Yo, and I like him a little bit more, not as a character, but for this rivalry. What a great OVA. Now I really have to wait for Season 3. That's it. That was all of my Dr. Stone stuff. That's it, man. So lads, if you enjoyed this breakdown discussion of the OVA, please be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell. We're all caught up now. That's it. Well, for non-manga readers, please do not spoil in the comments down below. But yeah, you know, we had some fun with this episode. You know, this episode was very important, but it was also really fun. I really liked to use it. Like, I know, again, talking about Yuzuriha, her clothing store thing. I loved her little like Senku gets to explain science to all of us. Yuzuriha got to explain sewing and crafting, and Yuzuriha's Guide to Crafting, episode 1, 2, and I think we had 3. And she got her loom too, so she can make so many things. I really liked that. But if you were to decide the next store, like we have Yuzuriha's clothing store, what is the next store where you can spend this Baku bucks? Well, I forgot what they called it, but if you can make a store that you can spend this stuff in the Stone Age, remember it can't be something. It can't be like something ridiculous. That's like you can't make a video game store. You can't make a GameStop. It has to be Stone Age related. This is the question of the day. I don't think I've ever done a question of the day like this for this series. I've done a few questions, but what would you choose? Maybe a Stone Age gym. That could be interesting. Or maybe like a spa, a Stone Age spa. That could be it. Those would be fun. But yeah, you can leave those thoughts down in the comments below. It's not spoiler. That's not like a spoiler discussion you can have down there. It's just like something fun you can do. I'll be back in April, lads. I'll be back in April for more Dr. Stone. If you're curious to know what is next after Dr. Stone, am I going to be holding another poll? No. Why not? Because I had like 9 shows in that poll. I can see what people really want me to watch. So the next show after this, what I will be doing next Tuesday, hopefully, I'm pretty sure there won't be any delays because this is hella pre-recorded. So once I edit this, I'm going to go straight into the next show, Ranking of Kings. My sister has been begging me to watch this, and it was the second show to win up there with Dr. Stone. It was Ranking of Kings. There was like 3 main polls. Dr. Stone won its main poll. Ranking of Kings won its poll, and Made in Abyss won its poll. And those 3 went up to the finals. And Dr. Stone won by a long shot, but Ranking of Kings wasn't too far behind. Sadly, Made in Abyss was so like that one. Like it won its main poll by a lot, but when it went up against those 2, it was a really uphill battle. But you know, I had time between. I had a lot of time since this is pre-recorded, so Made in Abyss did actually get reacted to. I haven't done it yet, but by the time this episode is out, Made in Abyss should already be done and up on YouTube, so you can check that out. Ranking of Kings will be the next show I do. After that, who knows? Maybe I will have another poll just to assess what you guys are interested in. Maybe I'll add a couple shows since Dr. Stone, Ranking of Kings, and Made in Abyss will be out of it, but who knows? We'll see. I'm just excited to get into Ranking of Kings. I need to edit all of Dr. Stone first, so that means I get to rewatch it. This journey gets to continue in a different sort of way. And yeah, my sister's been begging me to watch Ranking of Kings. I'm excited to see that. Attack on Titan, by the time this is out, Season 4 Part 3 might be close. I've done Chainsaw Man, definitely. That's already out in October. And yeah, that's like theoretical stuff of what is in the future of this channel that, you know, I have to think, because this is pre-recorded in September. I don't know when this gets released, but a lot of stuff is probably out there by now in future content. But for sure, definite content that has been done in the past. Gurren Lagann, Darling in the Franxx, Kill la Kill, Akame ga Kill. A lot of reactions, just me by myself. And then Makai and I have gone through My Hero Academia. We're going through Attack on Titan with him too, from Season 1. I'm rewatching it, he's watching for the first time. And we've done a whole bunch of Marvel stuff, we've done a whole bunch of Star Wars stuff, ton of stuff on this channel, so please do subscribe while you wait for Dr. Stone. You'll find something that you'll like here. I hope you do. And I hope you guys are excited for the next reaction. I certainly am. Okay. After Dr. Stone, it's going to be hard for Ranking of Kings, man. I mean, I heard great things about it, but after this, what are they supposed... Like, I know it's a different genre. What big shoes to fill. It was like me finishing Gurren Lagann and going straight into Darling in the Franxx. Like, those shoes to fill were impossible. I felt bad for Darling in the Franxx having to go through those expectations. But we'll just have to see exactly the power of Ranking of Kings. But, lads, I hope you enjoyed these Dr. Stone reactions. I'm Josh. And I'll see you in April. Subscribe, lads.
Caves in the dark depths, horizons and